SmackDown in Chicago, Raw in Paris. Crazy week for WWE.
This is Bretto live on YouTube.
This is the Weekend Review episode 321 where we go over Raw and SmackDown in a WWE action figure setup style. SmackDown was in Chicago this week, my hometown. Crazy show, as well as the final show in Paris on the Paris tour. Monday Night Raw, they were in the same arena that they were in for Clash in Paris. So you still have the Eiffel Tower set up in the arena. That stage is beautiful. We're going to start this video off by talking about Monday Night Raw with WWE action figures. And then about halfway through the video, we're also going to be talking about the Blue Brand SmackDown. Crazy week, crazy news, insane stories. Let's talk about it all. Opening up the show with Jey Uso. He was contemplating whether or not it was a good idea to help Roman Reigns at Clash in Paris, because that would eventually screw him over, and he doesn't have championship gold. LA Knight's also pissed off. He doesn't have championship gold, so he comes out and he kind of reconciles with Jey. They both get interrupted by The Vision, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, and they kind of set up for a tag team match in the main event. But man, I do feel for Jey and Knight in a way, because Seth Rollins, the way he won, hiding behind his wife, it made everybody angry, including these two. The Kabuki Warriors said they got this. They fought the Judgment Day in 2-on-2 tag team action. They told Io Sky, they're like, we don't need help like your supposed friend, Rhea Ripley. And they didn't. Asuka locked in the Asuka lock on Roxanne Perez, tapped her out kind of with ease. I wouldn't say this was like an easy victory, you know what I mean. But the Kabuki Warriors still did take a W, and they didn't need any help. Also, big news over here, Adam Pearce making a World Women's Championship match for WrestlePalooza. Io Sky will fight Stephanie Vakir for the World Women's Championship in Indianapolis. It's going to be a crazy match, but I feel like there's some jealousy going on backstage, maybe with Rhea Ripley, maybe the Kabukis, that Io's in this match. And obviously, tension still building between the Kabukis and Rhea Ripley all night backstage. I'm invested in this story. JD McDonough couldn't get it done last week when he fought Dragon Lee one-on-one, but this week, who got it done? Finn freaking Balor did. Finn Balor would fight Dragon Lee, test his luck this week here on Monday Night Raw. I don't think it was as good of a match that JD McDonough and Dragon had last week, but it was still really decent. JD McDonough would jump on the apron and try to cause a little distraction for Dragon Lee. Hurricane Rana to JD. He hit the mat really hard. That would lead to Finn Balor hitting the coup de grace on Dragon Lee, and he came down kind of on his like shoulder arm area, so this was a rough one to take. Finn Balor takes a big W. Definitely an unexpected tag team match here where Penta teamed up with the returning War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, to fight the New Day and the Big G, Grayson Waller, that complete idiot that's calling himself the Big G. This was an easy dub by Penta and the War Raiders. The War Raiders are still having a tough time getting a crowd reaction, even here in Paris when it should be really, really easy. But Penta stole the spotlight. Let's be real here. He would hit a really cool double team move with Ivar. He jumped off of Ivar, hit the Mexican Destroyer on Woods, would take a big W over the New Day. Let's go, Penta. Put him in title competition. Come on now. AJ Styles would get his Intercontinental Championship rematch up against Dominic Mysterio, and you can tell by my tone, no, AJ Styles is not the Intercontinental Champion. El Grande Americana would load up the mask and hit AJ Styles with the headbutt while the referee's back was turned. Oh, wow, we haven't seen this before. Are you kidding me, man? AJ Styles was getting one of the craziest crowd reactions here in Paris, and I would have loved seeing him pick up the championship over Dom, but it's not going to happen. Dom still has to fight Vikingo. He wants to become double champ, so that can't happen yet. AJ Styles would take an L after the El Grande Americano interference. Dom would take the W with the splash, beating AJ Styles. L. Easily moment of the show. CM Punk was waiting all night for Seth Rollins to arrive. He was literally waiting in the parking lot. He said, yeah, when he pulls him up, it's on site. I'm taking him down. So supposedly Seth Rollins made his way in the arena and Punk didn't see him. Punk's like, hey, I'll meet you out in the ring. Let's do this, Seth. But he didn't get Seth. He got his wife, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch would come out, and this promo made me hate Becky Lynch even more than I already did. This woman, the amount of times that she slapped CM Punk and called him a coward and made fun of his family, oh my god, I hate Becky Lynch. I love this promo, dude. Trust me. Seth Rollins would make an appearance, but he stayed up by the entrance stage. He didn't want to get in the ring with CM Punk, as he shouldn't, dude. I wouldn't want to get in the ring with Punk. He was so freaking furious. I'm surprised he didn't lay out Becky Lynch, but this still almost guaranteed solidifies my prediction that AJ Lee is going to return, and it's going to be husband and wife versus husband and wife. It has to happen. People are calling me crazy in my short. People are calling me crazy, and I'm like, bro, this is going to happen. You know it's going to happen. AJ Lee's going to return. LA Knight teamed with Jey Uso here in our main event to take on The Vision, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. Pretty solid basic tag team match here. Braun Breaker would take the W, spearing Jey Uso kind of with ease. I was expecting more of a controversial ending to this, but you gotta remember, no Paul, Seth's invested in other stuff right now, so yeah, just Braun Breaker taking a W over Jey Uso and LA Knight. Nothing too crazy. After the match, they looked to do a bunch of damage on Jey Uso, but this time it didn't work out because Jimmy Uso is on the side of Jey Uso once again. I don't think this was just like oh, Jimmy's coming to help him for a one-time thing. No, I think that this is Jimmy Uso teaming back up with Jey, and I think the Usos are officially back as a tag team, which would be huge. Oh my God. You could literally call them the Yeet Brothers. You could only hear this if you watched on television. Jey would say to Jimmy, I can't do this alone. I need you. I need you. Oh, dude, yeah, they're gonna team up again, and I can't wait to see it. That was Monday Night Raw from Paris. Final WWE show here in Paris. That was Monday Night Raw on Netflix. My favorite moment was easily the Becky Lynch and CM Punk segment when she was slapping him up and down. I was like, oh, how is Punk not dropping Becky Lynch right now? Oh, he really held his composure. Becky Lynch was going off on him. It was crazy. Favorite match was AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio, and if I had to rank the show out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was a really solid episode here of Monday Night Raw. What do you say we talk about SmackDown from Chi-Town? Made it to the end of the week. Friday Night SmackDown just went down in Chi-Town. As you can see, we already have that brand new John Cena Cubs merchandise right here. I'm noticing on television, John Cena's hat looked more like this blue and not this blue. So I don't know if there's like a running change in the hats or something like that. But this does not look like the hat that John Cena was wearing on the show. Anyways, AJ Lee is back. Past Raw clip that you just saw, I filmed on Monday, so when I was filming that part of the video, I didn't know that AJ Lee was 100% going to be back yet, but I was pretty much 100% positive it was going to happen. As you can see, the Chiefs are dog walking the Chargers, and we are about to talk about Friday Night SmackDown from Chicago. I did not go. We're going to cover it anyway. I watched it from home. Couple reactions and short styles on the channel, so check out the channel. Bunch of new content over there, and let's talk about Friday Night SmackDown. All right, so we opened up the show with the Never Seen 17, and fun fact, this was actually the arena that John Cena debuted in 2002, nearly 23 years ago. Allstate Arena in Rosemont, Illinois, even though they tell you it's Chicago, Illinois. They're lying to you on television if you're wondering. But John Cena had no plans. He just wanted to soak it all in, this being his debut town. He just wanted to soak it in, but he would be interrupted, not in a negative way, but he would be interrupted by Sami Zayn, who wants to continue the legacy of the United States Championship Open Challenge. It was weird hearing Sami Zayn get booed. I don't know if he was getting booed because he interrupted Cena or because he took the title off of Solo Sikoa. I feel it's a mixture of both. But John Cena's like, heck yeah, dude, continue that US Championship Open Challenge trend. I love it, Sami. Do it. Shake my hand. Do it. Sami's like, wait, I want to bestow upon the honor that you are my first opponent. Let's go right now, US Championship. I was like, this is awesome. John Cena accepted US Championship to open up the show. Great match. Sami Zayn was kicking out of pop-up power bombs, spears, GTSs. John Cena's been pulling out everybody's moves besides his own, which has been crazy. But right when John Cena was literally closing in on the victory, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar makes an appearance in Chicago. I guess they were selling a Suplex City Chicago shirt on the outside of the arena, so I kind of got this spoiled, but Brock Lesnar makes a return. He attacks Sami Zayn, attacks the referee, and he mainly targets, obviously, John Cena. And it was confirmed that Brock Lesnar is going to go one-on-one with John Cena at WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis, so we will see what happens there. But John Cena gets dog walked by Brock Lesnar, and technically the match between John Cena and Sami Zayn never ended because the bell never rang. So that match will be going on for the rest of eternity, just like Curtis Axel is still in the Royal Rumble. But for John Cena's final appearance in Chicago, little US Championship match, little interaction with Lesnar, I loved it. Oh man, so Damian Priest was making his entrance. He had to go one-on-one with Aleister Black, and Aleister Black got things started early. He would attack Damian Priest during his entrance. The match would kind of get going, and Aleister Black just had the upper hand the entire time. He would hit a black mask after like Damian Priest had like a kind of weird interaction with the referee. Like the referee was like holding Priest, and like Aleister Black took advantage. It was weird. Aleister Black picks up the victory, and all I really have to say about this is Damian Priest, you better be careful, you know. You better start winning some matches, otherwise, you know, you might lose your girlfriend, brother. This is literally one of the biggest SmackDowns rounds of the year, and they gave us a match between Michin and Julia, one-on-one for the Women's United States Championship. What are you doing, WWE? I guarantee you not a single person in that entire arena wanted to see this match. I guarantee you. And if they say yes, they are lying to you. You had Kiana James on ringside, so that kind of posed as a little bit of a factor, but not really. Julia just dominated her, bro. She retains her U.S. Championship. They beat her up a little bit after the match. I thought somebody was going to possibly come out and help Michin. Nobody did. Who cares? Who cares about this? There was a couple little backstage interviews with Tiffany Stratton, Jade Cargill, Randy Orton, and Drew McIntyre, but the main thing on everybody's mind is this. If you guys haven't heard by now, you've been living under a rock, because AJ Lee is back in WWE at the same time that CM Punk is also signed to WWE. These two are under the same roof in the same company, and it feels like it's 2014 again, bro. 2014, 13, whatever you even want to call it. Oh my God, this is awesome. I can't believe it, bro. So how this went down. So Becky Lynch is going to come out. Seth Rollins kind of came out, but he stayed in the crowd like a freaking coward. Becky Lynch gets interrupted by CM Punk, picks up right where she left off on Monday Night Raw, starts slapping CM Punk around like she could do whatever she wants to him. And then Punk kind of teased us a little bit. He's like, hey, I could, get the Eradicator Rhea Ripley to help me out. I could get my sister who's in the front row to help me out. But he was just pulling our leg. AJ Lee's music hits. She comes down and she takes it to this Becky freaking piece of garbage Lynch, takes it to her and backs up her husband CM Punk. This is going to be like one of the most anticipated mixed gender matches ever. Literally husband and wife versus husband and wife. I can't explain to you how excited I am for it. I would assume it happens at WrestlePalooza. Nothing confirmed yet. But man, AJ Lee's return, fan-friggin-tastic. So awesome. If you were there in person, props to you, man. This was a heck of a moment. Definitely a legendary moment that's going to go down in history in WWE. And yeah, if you were wondering if I ordered her shirt already, absolutely. And props to AJ Lee, bro. She looks so freaking good. She is yoked, dude. Like, absolutely shredded. Literally, like, absolutely shredded. So props to AJ. Staying in shape, bro, for all that time. What an absolute beast. That was Friday Night SmackDown from Chi-Town, baby. My favorite match was easily John Cena versus Sami Zayn. And technically, yeah, that match is still going on. My favorite moment had to have been the AJ Lee return. Come on. Ranking this show out of 10, being realistic, I'm going to give the show a solid 7 out of 10, factoring in everything, okay? Matches, and stories and stuff. Obviously, the AJ Lee return was a 10 out of 10. The John Cena stuff, in my opinion, 10 out of 10. But you got to factor in everything, so fully ranking the show 7 out of 10. I'm going to get back to the Chiefs dog walking the Chargers, and I hope you guys enjoyed this Week in Review setup. Have a great weekend. Bretto Live is out.